Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Now we are coming to the next chakra, which is the lesson number 19, Swadishtana chakra. It is located at the base of the spine and the navel. And Mooladhara was the Bhutatva, that is the earth element. Here Swadishtana is connected to the water element, that is the Jalatattva. And the color associated is orange. Mooladhara red. Swadishtana orange color. So what all the organs connected? As I said, no, the earlier sense organs, earlier I told about the nose being connected to the Mooladhara. So here the tongue, sense of taste is connected to the Swadishtana chakra, because I told that Swadishtana chakra is connected to the water element. So when the Jalatattva or the water element reduced in our body, which organ shows which goes dry? First is the tongue. Tongue goes dry, and that indicates that our body, the water level has come down. So that is the way we understand that we have to add more water to the body. So tongue is connected to Swadishtana chakra. Apart from that, lower abdomen, kidneys, bladder, circulatory system, especially the water element of blood, and reproductive organs and the glands. So now when you see all these organs, you will see that all of them are connected with the water element, whether it's kidney, bladder, reproductive organs, everywhere we need water contents. So that is the main, that's why these organs are also connected to the Swadhisthana chakra. Now fat tissues and waters of the body also connected to Swadhisthana chakra. Now what are the diseases associated with Swadhisthana chakra? They are the mainly because reproductive system is associated. So problems connected with the reproductive system, just like fibroid, then sexual dysfunction, infertility, all these things are connected to the reproductive organs. Because small intestine is also connected to Swadhisthana chakra, digestive issues, colon, large intestine is connected, so constipation, kidneys are connected, so kidney stones, urinary infections, especially the UTI, what we say, that is also connected to Swadhisthana chakra. These are the diseases associated with the Swadhisthana chakra. Okay. Now, how many petals? Mooladhara had 4 petals. Swadhisthana has 6 petals. So, they are, what is the meaning of, first let me make you understand what is the meaning of Swadhisthana. In Sanskrit, Swadhisthana means where your being is established. Swa means self. Adhisthana means established. Okay, that is the meaning of Swadhisthana. So, Swadhisthana is also source of creativity. You can understand because it is the where the Kriya Shakti, what we say, because there is a creation. Reproductive organs are there, na? So there is a creation. So it is the Kriya Shakti which is also associated with Swadhisthana. So it contains diverse emotions like affection and criticism. Both are part of Swadhisthana chakra. So now we are going for when you are going through the petals, you will understand why both affection and criticism are all there as a petals, contains both the sacred space where is the child is also created as well as the space where toxins are removed, isn't it? Because excretory system is connected to this. So one side, a beautiful thing like creating a child is also happening here. Same time, detoxing, all the excretory system functioning is also happening here. So you can see both two things, one side creation, one side it is excretion. Understood? So this is the way it is seen. So the emotions here can be changed from positive to negative as it is ruled by water. Like you see that water, it doesn't hold one shape. You put it in a glass, it will take glass shape. When the water is in the river, it is a different shape. When it is in the bottle, it is different shape. So there is, we can say that it is both positive and also negative, because water can change its quality as where you put it in that. So that is the way it is. Now coming to the petals. The first petal is Anurag. Anurag means what? Affection. This petal is the seat of creation and destruction. So the emotion in this petal carries what we call as the Anbu. Anbu means Anurag, affection. So you create when you are creating a new life inside, it's the creation. But same time, when you are along with when the baby is given birth and it is removed from the womb, when it goes away from the womb, it is again all the menstrual blood which it is there, and which is the destruction which we have to throw away. So that is what is the place of here. Then comes Krurata, cruelty. This petal is activated by cruel, frustrated thoughts. Frustration is the common emotional response to opposition related to anger, annoyance and disappointment. When somebody is very disappointed, automatically the outcome will be cruelty. Here, if I to connect with the earlier petal, when somebody becomes too possessive about the child, that is what I said, anything, when there is the too much of love, too much of affection, they become very possessive about that person. If I have to give an example, if somebody is very possessive about the child and the child fails to get up to the rank what the parents, the mother is expecting, that mother will become very cruel toward the child, start either hitting the child or punish the child, because these examples has happened with me. As a music therapist, I have come across such cases. So here I have seen that how the mother became so possessive that when the child did not come to her expected level, the mother's expected level, she became very cruel. In front of others, she slapped the baby, she punished the baby. That was really very bad. It should not happen. Now, what happened because of that? Heen bhav, that is the third petal. Lack of ego. The child lost its own identity. That child started believing in itself that yes, I am good for nothing, I failed. That's why low confidence. The child started getting low confidence. In fact, I was very upset with the mother. I said that, you are bringing down your child's confidence. Don't do that. So next what happened? The fourth petal is the fainting, murchit. Fainting, yes, one way what we see the fainting, feeling of actually dehydration, seizures, shock related action due to a difficult situation. Some people, they faint, even in the sunstroke, they faint. Immediately that happens because of dehydration. Water content in the body comes down, so automatically there is a seizure happening or fainting happening. People normally put water and automatically there will be change in their persons. But here I am talking about the child's blanking, becoming blank, brain fog, what we say. That is, the child started, as when she used to come for my music class, I could see that suddenly that child has become, became completely like something, what we say, that brain fog has happened. She didn't know how to proceed. She became blank. Then I was worried. I said, "What happened, baby? Why are you like this?" She said, "Nothing, nothing." I felt that something is going wrong. Then only I found out from her friends, the classmates, that the mother has been very, punishing the baby, and also the fifth petal, which is the ninda, criticism. She was going on criticizing the child that, you are good for nothing, you are mud head, nothing goes into your brain. Like that only, even that girl might have, is a bright, very bright child. She slipped in one or because of 1 or 2 points to get the rank what is expected by the mother. But that doesn't mean that the mother has to criticize and being cruel to that, punish the child so much that the child became completely blank. So this has come. So I understood that, it is very, wrong on the mother's part. So this is what connected to when you are over possessive or over love beyond the limit, when you have towards somebody, anything they slip in smallest way also, the other person becomes so, cruel to that person. Whether talking, words, criticism, and punishing, all that happens. And even the last, what we say, the last petal, avishwasam, mistrust. So they stop even believing the child. The mother stopped believing the child when she says, "Oh, I am well prepared." Because once or twice that girl slipped in the getting the rank as she expected, the mother expected. So what happened? Whatever the child says, "Amma, yes, I have prepared for the exam, I prepared for this thing," mistrust. She did not trust the baby. Avishwasam. So this is what we are seeing in, as a different 6 petals which are interconnected. What was the root cause of everything? Over possessive. Expecting too much beyond the level. Everybody has a limitation. It is just like you think about what is the element connected to this chakra, Swadishtana chakra, water. As long as water is in a limited quality, limited form, we welcome it. When it becomes over, like a flood, heavy rains, flood like situation, you will start, why this much, you love water, but same time when it comes like this, destroying, you will start thinking that why this should happen. See, this is what happens when you are anything which is over the limit. It is destruction. It goes to the destruction. So everything should be within the limit. Even the love, the affection should be within the limit and allow the person to grow as it should happen. So this is what is the Swadishtana chakra. So the main Bija mantra of the Swadishtana is Vam. Bija mantra of the Mooladhara was Lam. Bija mantra of Swadishtana is the Vam. But we don't use the Bija mantra because during Vedic period, the rishis and tapasvis had the Shakti, the power to evoke the Bija mantra and use its healing power by passing the vibration to the person who required the treatment. But nowadays we don't have that kind of a tapasvi Shakti. Yes, to say yes, I am using the Bija mantra, Vam. I always say, do you getting that healing power? No. It is Vam as a word you use it, no problem. So Vam is the vibration of the fats. What is the fat? Medha Dhatu in our body and the water elements of our heart and lung. It is also connects to the sense of taste, and this region of the body is connected to the Kriya Shakti, as I said, the power to act. So now the swara for Swadishtana chakra is Re or Re. Sa for Mooladhara, Re for Rishabha. It is for the Swadishtana chakra. So it is, we know that two types of Rishabha is there, no? What we say, Shuddha Rishabha in Carnatic music or the Komal Rishabh in Hindustani music. Chatushruti Rishabham is the second variety. Chatushruti Rishabham, which is also known as Shuddha Rishabh in Hindustani music. So, Shuddha Rishabh and Chatushruti Rishabh both are connected to Carnatic music. Komal Rishabh and Shuddha Rishabh connected to Hindustani music. So, Shuddha Rishabham of Carnatic music, the pitch can be C sharp. For Chatushruti Rishabham, it is D. So, D is the pitch connected to this. So, when we have to practice Nada Anusandhana, first you sit straight, expand your abdomen when you are breathing in. When you are breathing in with the, you are keeping it inside. When you are breathing inside, you can feel the abdomen expanding. Like I said in Mooladhara, the lower muscles expand. Similarly, here in Swadishtana chakra, the lower abdomen expands. So, when you are doing, you are breathing in, it is expanding. Then when you are breathing out, say Re. Re. You will see the lower abdomen muscles squeezing. That means you are touching it properly. Now here what mudra? Varuna mudra. Touch the thumb with the little finger. Then feel the pulse. This one. Can you see? Yes. So now you say Re. Re. You can keep the mudra on your thighs, down. Re. So that's how you can practice Nada Anusandhana with your Swadishtana chakra. So that even we can say, like in Mooladhara I told, no, Omkara. Similarly you can say Om. Om. So this is the resonance you can feel for Swadishtana chakra. So now you have practiced, you can see that how the emotions connected to the Swadishtana chakra you can feel with your mudra, and also the expansion and contraction by breathing in and breathing out. And along with that, saying either Riswara or the Omkara.
Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.